in the air. Virginia Giant will get there in the end.
Beat. Kendall Knight gives him a flag. Kramer waits on nothing over the top of the flying high. He hangs it hard into that left-hand turn. Watch the people scatter. He's got to line up quickly. Makes a good cut on the floor. Up and over. Look out. Oh, my. Oh! Get all the way over. I thought he lost it right there.
And he has a tremendous time right now of only 19 seconds, so he has a chance for the championship.
Very good chance right now. He heads for the final. Go round, up and over the jump. Look out. Look out. Ooh.
A tremendous ending. Very dramatic, and smoke just billowing from the engine of Jim Kramer's Bigfoot.
Here comes Super Pete taking his infield turn now.
Down the back
He's got
straightaway.
6 cars lined up.
Oh, Super Pete just about bought it.
Now Showtime has finally gotten over his first hurdle.
Don't count Showtime out because he can come back and come back strong. Believe he just... Look at this. Look at the Pete. The Pete is flying over those cars.
He's got it now.
What a comeback. Mike Welch is doing a great job. This ought to be quite a race. Green flag's down. Here we go. Hot Stuff jumps out early and... Uh-oh. Broke the wheel off. Went up on its nose. My heavens, look at that.
Wheel broke off. Hot Stuff has to complete the round. But Leadfoot broke the wheel.
Broken axle off of the El Camino. There.
Joe Rinke is the owner and the driver. Here we go.
Watch Fred Schaefer flying over him. The toy coming on strong. Barefoot is wanting this victory. And this is a close race. If anybody's race at this time. Barefoot slides in. He's heading for those 6 cars. Watch out. We're liable to see daylight underneath him. Oh, look at that. High in the air, and he's still going. It's a close race as they head down to the straightaway.
Yeah, here comes the toy.
Fred Schaefer's going to make the swing. The toy's cut off. Upside down. Fred Schaefer has just flipped Barefoot. Let's hope he's all right.
And the toy is going to come home a winner, but he tried to take that turn way too quickly.
Fred had the power down on it absolutely too hard. Starbird is a good running car, but I don't think he can beat that big blown Ford motor sitting under the Bigfoot truck.
Here we go.
Bigfoot's got a lead.
Bigfoot's got a big lead.
Bigfoot has covered him about a length of a sled, a bump up against the Bigfoot truck, and they got a little bit of a problem unhooking it. Andy's having problems. He's got him unhooked. Jim Kramer's on his way. He's making a turn. Now, he will show no mercy. He wants to win this. Starboard short car makes a good spin. Watch out. It's the finish line. Kramer lines up. High flying Bigfoot. He's over. It's Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot in a romp. Bigfoot wins it going away. Monster Vet finishes crushing the car, but Bigfoot an easy winner here in our first heat.
Well, Fred's probably looking across track. He knows he's got this one in hand, so he won't hammer it too hard.
He hammers it pretty good. And Barefoot is an easy winner.
Very high, only about 10 foot from where I'm standing, and it makes you wonder sometimes if they've got them all down pat. Heartbeat having some problems. Duraliner Giant is out on top. The Duraliner Giant makes a good pass. He goes past the mark. He shuts off. There's his crewman in there. He's unhooking very, very quickly. Gives him the go-ahead. The Heartbeat has problems. But watch this. The Duraliner Giant, I don't think he'll show any mercy. He wants to win this one for the company. Here he goes. Lines up, gets back in shape. He's got to get the front tires up on the cars and off the cars. Here we go. Watch out. Broke the front tire off of it right here in front of me. He has just destroyed the left front tire. Kurt Dabney has broken the left front tire as it went up in the air and crashed. And look over there on the other side. Look to the other side. The Heartbeat of America has just rolled the rear axle out from under that truck. We've got monster trucks laying everywhere tonight. They're all over the place.
Both broke down in the last heat. The toy and the monster vet have been eliminated.
Look at Sampson all the way in the air. Don Maples is carrying the front end. Excalibur's having a little bit of a problem. Maples is there. He's stopped already. Excalibur is just now shutting down. Maples has the advantage going into this part of it. Maples makes a clear start. He's covered him by 5 car lengths. Maples in the air. But watch Excalibur. Watch Excalibur. He will make up the time right on this one.
He made the turn.
He'll straighten it out. Watch him fly. Watch him fly.
Wow!
Look at that. Look at that.
Excalibur came from behind to win it.
Don Maples almost lost his when he hit the car.
Well, he got a pad because the Mustang, the Wild Mustang, took a wide turn and took himself right out of it, and the Virginia Giant is the winner.
Look at Cliff. Look at
out.
Cliff. Broke it. He broke the right rear tire off of it. The right rear tire is completely torn from the car, as is the left rear tire. He's trying to cross the finish line. We have destroyed monster truck and monster cars tonight like there's no tomorrow.
Here comes the green. They're counting down. Here goes. There is no definite advantage. The sled just got the lights wiped out. Virginia Giant takes a gigantic lead.
Here comes the turn.
Back. Here comes Fred Schaefer. He's going to try to win it right on the last cars. He'll do it.
Not yet, he won't. Don't count out barefoot yet. It is the Virginia Giant.
Bigfoot's out on top. Neil Wilson is still at the sled. Neil has problems and cannot come back. Watch Kramer. Look out!
Wow!
Look at that!
Vehicle on the circuit that runs airbag suspension as opposed to the leaf springs. And take a look at that tire situation.
4 8 tires, actually. 2, 4, 6, 8 all the way around. It's a dually on front rear, the tires. Here he comes around. The Crimson pressure sets up for the cars. And he gets airborne and slams down, almost goes into the mud. Almost drops over that mud box and comes up to the turn a little bit faster earlier than Kodiak. Heading out for the finish line. He said he used to be a mud bocker, but he got tired of washing the mud off. He almost found himself in the mud right there.
Alan's only 19 years old. He told us earlier that he majored in monster trucks in high school. Having a little trouble with his spark plugs earlier. Maybe he's got his truck running better now.
The Lone Eagle comes up and around and hits for the cars. Now remember, they've been flattened by the tank, by the other monster trucks. It should be easier for him. He gets all 4 wheels in the air, however. Throws him over to the left and makes his way through. I think he might have a good run. Whoa, mama! The ground shakes here. About a 6 on the Richter scale. As Allen flashes across that finish line.
He's 19 years old, making him the youngest man on the circuit right now. His biggest complaint is he's just not home enough. Says he majored in monster trucks in high school.
Well, let's see what he can do as he comes across the end of the mud bog and sets up for the trucks and the cars. The Lone Eagle, here he goes. Whoa! Look at him get in the air and bounce and almost go over to the left. And on his side, that could shake you up. That could shake up your ancestors.
Or preventing you from having any more ancestors.
Right, or relatives. It's on the heads across that line. The Lone Eagle, Billington, Michigan.
We're just going to have to wait and see. Any one of them could win this race. It is all heads up.
Bigfoot got the break out of the starting gate.
Look at the Skull Crusher. He's coming back. Skull Crusher is going to go for it. They're all over the track. Can he do it?
What a race.
Will the win.
Bigfoot got the break out of the starting gate. Skull Crusher appeared to catch up, and what a finish.
And there he goes, and he hits the first car. Bam! Look out! Holy Toledo over him, swinging around, no steering wheel. He's got the trench and almost goes over, Margot.
Oh, that 1 inch cost some traction and almost flipped over.
Comes around and hits that left-hand turn, the finish line. Can do. We are ready to go. And he gasses it and hits those cars up in the air. All 4 wheels over there in the air. Look at this now, bouncing sideways. That's going to cost him time. Now the very crucial left-hand turn, comes around, swings that rear end out, and gasses it toward the finish line. Looked good to me, Margot.
Looked like an Evel Knievel jump over those cars.
The cars are flatter than they were before. Here they come. Up to the first. Whoa, he gets way in the air and almost leaps. The front wheels didn't even touch the last two cars. He got airborne. Comes back around, the rear wheel steering down the back straightaway. This guy is going for the goal, Margo King.
468 cubic inch big block. Pumps out about 450 horsepower. It's under time. The top two come back for the finals. He's flying. He's flying, making time. He's the first man to go tonight. Makes the hard turn, heads down the front chute. He's got 6 cars. He's got 6 cars. He's up. He landed. He broke the front tire. The right front tire is broken, I believe. A 1987 big Ford. Watch him. He can do it. He can really do it. Misses the last car. He will try to jump them all. I've seen him before. Here he goes. Look out. Look out. Look out. I believe he made it. I believe he made it. What a pass. This is for the championship as the two fast trucks come back. The Boss and Bigfoot are back. Reese flies over completely the first set of cars. Uses the rear steering to cut the corner a little short. He's wide open. Hold on. This is it. All the way over. Look out. Look out. He made it. He has got it shut down. The truck was all over the track. Here it is. It's all up to Jim Kramer. There goes the hood off of one of them, bouncing around a little bit, having some problems lining up for that front straight. This is it. Look out. He cleared it all. Landed on the finish line. He landed on the finish line.
Tends to throw the truck off to the left. The last racer came off to the left.
This is a close one. Fred Schaefer's having problems as efficient controlling that horsepower. Look out. Fred Schaefer up on 2 wheels. Up on 2 wheels with barefoot, and he's still got a problem. Easing over. I think Fred has really kind of stunned himself. He thought he was going to go over. It's a tight turn. Fred Schaefer makes the turn. He just comes for the cars, making a good, strong pass. Schaefer taking out a victory as Don Maple just really puts a lot of air on the Samson truck.
This could very well happen again. If Fred can lead the cars a little bit to the right, I think he's going to come off that pyramid a lot.
There it is. Hoosier still after him. It's a close race. Hoosier trying to jump him. Barefoot really out of the lead up over the hill. Now this is where he won it before. It's a tight race. It's tied up. They are just even. Barefoot will not let up. Neither one of them. Hoosier's going to go for it. Hoosier is going for it. Can he do it? Can he do it? Oh, my heavens. That was a very, very close race.
This is going to be great. Supercharged motor in Samson. Excalibur covers him hard out of the hole. Excalibur's flying over the cars. He's flying, but here comes Samson. Excalibur's going to watch out. I believe he did it.
Excalibur all over the track, and Excalibur the winner.
The truck's light, it's quick, it's agile. He could beat Bigfoot tonight, but look out, look out, here we go. Bigfoot is just flying, but the bandit right there beside him, it's gonna be a finish, photo finish. Bigfoot takes it.
What a wild race, but Bigfoot just holds on to win.
The Bigfoot truck, it's time for the drag race shootout. Bigfoot's out the lead, but here's the Duraliner Giant. Bigfoot, they're side by side. They're side by side in the shootout. In the shootout, it's Bigfoot at the finish. It's Bigfoot at the finish. And I believe the Duraliner Giant has blown a motor.
I'm Bob Kurtz along with Mike Galloway. Here we go with the monster trucks, the Duraliner Giant.
Kurt Dabney out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, and he stands it right up on its end and right over the top of them. These guys are serious. He's broke a drive shaft. Look underneath the truck. The rear drive shaft is just flopping around, going everywhere. They're going to take him right on out of the arena, but there's a shot of that rear giant drive shaft just flopping. The U-joints broke on it. Got so high in the air that when it did, the U-joint, the drive shaft snapped in 2.
Here comes Goliath.
Twin supercharged Fords, one in the front, one in the back. Watch this guy. This is Alatura out of Warren, Ohio. He's going over. Oh, my heavens, right at the last minute. He landed it. He landed it. I can't believe it. He was up in the air and on his way over. Don's going to go on. Hold on. Watch out. Look at that. Looks like a rocket as it just catapults up in the air. Straight front and rear steering on both of them. Hold on. Look at there. flying over the top of them. All four wheels, there was daylight underneath the tires.
17,000 pounds.
Look out!
Unbelievable wheel stand.
High-flying action from the man out of Huntsville, Alabama.
Larry, I'm convinced now that you were born with 5-ton military planetaries in your mouth.
Well, there it is. That's the machine I had a chance to learn to drive earlier, but he's got a problem, Margot. Aces high.
I can't imagine Jake backing off that car like that unless he really felt there was a problem.
Well, you could see that the rear wheel suddenly stopped turning, and it's a four-wheel drive, and it's an incomplete run for Aces High.
Here we go. Reese out to a quick lead. Reese first one up on the cars. He gets a lot of air. So does the toy. The toy in problem, having real problems over on the first set of cars. Reese makes the turn. He's in good shape. Reese will go to the far set of cars now. He sees he's got a lead. You know, he's letting up on it. He's taking his time. He knows that he can make this one. He can very possibly go into the next round. There's the big 77.
Here we go.
He's going to have to hurry because So High is out on top. So High doing a great job. So High is really taking this one. This could be a big upset. The Barbarian hits the cars. He didn't have enough speed to get up on top of them. Does it again. He's still climbing to get up. He barely makes it up. Now he's got a lot of time to make up. But Bruce Gunn is going to try it. He's going to try to go for it. There is the one called So High. He's over the last set of cars. Look at this. Look at this. Bruce. Oh, Bruce hits him like a brick wall. He just ran up and went for everything he was worth. I don't think the front tires are actually climbing on this. No. Look at that. He's wiped the steering out of it. He's wiped it completely out. Here it is. Oh, look how high. Look how high that beautiful truck is getting. He's got to get down off the cars. He's got to cross that finish line. He may be the first successful man. He is. He's the first one.
Side by side, the boss of the Skull Bandit, and it's showtime.
They're off. Who's going to be the first one out? It looks like Skull Bandit is out in the lead. Skull Bandit has got a little bit of a lead over the boss. Jim Reese, he can make up a lot of time, but right now, look out. The Bandit has got the lead. The Bandit is in the lead. He hits the cars first. He's flying. He's flying. Look at Reese. He's just cleared them. Reese has made up precious time. Reese has made up unbelievable time. It's going to be a showdown at the finish line. It's going to be a showdown. Reese clears all the cars. Reese is all over it. He wins it. He wins it. The boss pulls it out. The boss pulls it out. Jim Reese pulls it out.
He actually cleared the entire pack. What a finish. Oh.
The beast is wide open. He is really flying. Look at the parts come off the cars. Now, he loses control. He gets it sideways. He brings it back around, and when he does that, he's back on the throttle all the way. At that time, about that time, here comes the Gator. They're both there at same place, same time, and it's hello.
They gave it to the Gator.
The Gator. Almost like launching a rocket. The front end will go straight up, then he'll nail the rear of it. Look out. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable air under the front of Sampson, right over the top of him. Rip, roar, and ride. Don Maples just really gets into the program.
Are going to take care of some of the stacks of drastic
Watch
plastic.
this truck. The awesome Bigfoot flies through the air. Watch this truck as he just really flies over. Up in the air. Look out. Little S10 sets up high. Barry will really ride and talk about a passenger. He's got a great big bear on the inside of it. Look out, right on the wheelie bars as he puts one up in the air.
Oh.
Goes to work.
Loaded for barefoot.
Look out. Off to the right-hand side. Uh-oh. Oh, my heaven. In the body business. And I tell you what, he does a beautiful job. Watch out. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ken Brew, have you ever seen one stand right up on the rear tires the way that one did?
No. But he's got the green flag nonetheless. Barefoot. Fred Schaefer. Watch him. Here he comes. Whoa!
My heavens, it is unbelievable.
So Barefoot has got to go at least that far to tie and pass it to win.
He can do it.
Whoa, man!
Did he ever do it?
Did he win?
Granite City, Illinois. Watch him. He'll put it all the way up in the air. Look at that.
Oh, man!
Looked like a rocket. Ken Brew, it looked just like a rocket.
Oh. Waiting for the green flag. It is not up yet, and now it is.
Here comes Fred. Butterflies open. Here comes his swing.
Much tighter turn.
Very good turn, just flipping it. Having a little problem leaving, though. Gonna make up some precious time. Look out! Uh-oh, that cost him. He landed sideways. I think we'll see that in a moment.
Let's see what happens. Again, they turn very crucial. They get off the line. They are handlebar to handlebar, wheel to wheel. Look at this. Throwing it sideways. Heartbeat goes to the inside and takes over the lead as they head for the cars. Neither slow down. Landing very hard and a problem, it looks like, with the Jeep. It's a photo finish, and the word we have is that Heartbeat wins. And look at that front axle, Margot. A little less experienced, the driver behind the wheel, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the race, the finale. Heartbeat, the black Chevy on the outside, Bigfoot, the blue Ford on the inside. They spin around. They are neck and neck. Bigfoot going wide. Wait a minute. Heartbeat stalls. Bigfoot made a mistake. Hoosier made a rare mistake. And it is handed to Bigfoot on a silver platter. Margot, what happened to the Chevy?
Well, I think they both were a little nervous. It was such a great straightaway start. They were head-to-head, but I'm afraid just nerves got to Fred.
Oh, tough break as Rich Hoosier looks over and says, have you driven a Ford lately?
When he attacks the cars, he does attack. Straight up in the air, and I mean over it in style. I thought Bob Kurtz over 1,200, but watch this young man. He's going after him. Look out. Flying off to the left-hand side. He almost turned it over, but
Next is the Giant, Kurt Dabney, the driver.
look at that. Look at that. He just really launched it when he hit the cars.
The American flag and the Chevy flag on Barefoot, and the Ford flag flies alone on Bigfoot.
They're both about the same color. Look at this. Bigfoot getting way up there. Look at that. Barefoot almost going over on his left side. Look at this. Whoa, Nelly. Now, Bigfoot waits for Barefoot. He doesn't want to run into him.
Not taking any chances. Bold animosity's popping out.
Right, Jim Kramer, the driver of Bigfoot. There's Barefoot. Fred Schaefer. There's Bigfoot this side. Almost goes on his side, but gets through the cars first. There's Barefoot. And the glass flies. USHRA Association action.
And they're making sure their flash bulbs are in operating order.
Here we go. Virginia Giant there in the car's second. A problem. Whoa! He stalls. And Barefoot almost goes over.
Watch Buster Guffey as he gets onto it. High in the air.
Oh, man.
All the way off on the side. I thought for a moment he was in a little bit of trouble as he got up in the air, and Ken Brew, there's parts hanging down underneath that truck.
Yeah, I see it.
A tow truck.
Kind of a multi-purpose vehicle.
Watch him. Hits the cars on the fly.
Whoa!
Way up in the air.
Yes.
Completely sideways and lands as tough as you can get.
Man.
Maybe not quite as hard as he did the first time.
Big toe.
Right at the last minute, he flies up in the air.
He came down sideways again.
Blown Chevy Big Block, a 454 Ford to 460.
Look at the crowd stand up for this. And here we go with Barry Packard's machine. Little Barefoot, he sets up for the cars. Holy Toledo, way up in the air and slams down on the last one. Margot, good run so far.
One of the disadvantages of being first, you are the one to flatten out those cars, and that can send you straight up.
Now remember, he is on the clock now. Little Barefoot's got to make it all the way around to the start-finish line before the clock finishes, and that's the time the other cars have to beat. It is a fully blown 466 cubic inch Ford engine. Sets up for the cars. The Lone Ranger, Vienna, Ohio. Up in the air, getting a little sideways. That's going to cost a second or two as he makes his way over the cars. He had the second best time earlier, 24.67. Let's see what he can do now. Nightlight.
An aggressive driver. He takes that turn, bouncing around the turn there. Not
Comes
scared.
around. He is looking awfully good. Swinging that rear end around, now hitting the cars, coming over, not slowing down a bit. He keeps the pedal to the metal.
Good thing he had a helmet on. Did you see his head wake, flopping up against the cab there?
Real tight there in the last turn, however. He hits, slams into the dirt.
Side-by-side competition over the cars. And there they go. The Black Stallion, the far lane, hits the cars first. Hercules slows way down, comes back off, and now catches up to the Black Stallion. Now the Stallion pulls away, and Hercules has stopped. And it is the Black Stallion sweeping around and taking home the bacon. Beautiful machine there on the right. Track 2, that's Sampson, Don Maples, driver owner, and Sampson gets off the line first. He is gassing. Now he slows way down and gives the Black Stallion a chance to go in front. The Black Stallion almost goes in his head. They are neck to neck, wheel to wheel, across the line. Looks like, well, possibly Sampson. I think Sampson won that by about a foot, Margot. That was a mighty close race.
And the countdown has started on the green light. It looks like the Kahuna gets out a little bit early. And the Kahuna is on the throttle, and he will go around the flag. So this is where the rear wheel steering comes into play. It's side by side right now. Four-wheel crazy. He's got a little bit of a lead. Had to back out of it just a moment. He's up on the cars, flying through the air. Here comes the Kahuna.
Oh, man.
Nailing the throttle, and it is four-wheel crazy.
Oh, my. Oh, my. As the big Kahuna is stuck on the pile of Chryslers. Got to be supercharged when you're sitting on top of all that.
But on this side with the big toe, he's got a supercharged Ford motor, and it's neck and neck, but the toe's got a little bit of a lead. The toe has got the lead. Let's see if he can make the turn. Buster Guffey is running without planetaries. He's a little bit lighter, but it's a little harder on equipment. Let's see. The toe is crooked when he hits the car. Straightens out at the last minute. This is going to go down to the finish line.
Oh, my.
Buster Guffey takes it off the side, and big toe. And Buster Guffey takes out the finish line on the far side.
Just barely for Big Toe as Guffey made a nice turn.
He's been driving funny cars and dragsters in a pulling world for quite some time. Don't watch that Texas Stomper. I'll tell you what, he's super tough truck. But don't count out Dan Patrick just because he's new at this game. He
wide
made
turn.
some good
Big
passes.
Oh.
Texas Stomper almost puts it over on its side. It's side by side when they hit the cars. The Stomper is in a little bit of trouble.
Man.
He noses down, pulls it out at the last minute. The Stomper still having trouble shutting it down, and he went in front of the Sampson truck.
Here comes the green, and here they go.
Kenny sleeping a little bit. The Stomper's out, but he's got foot hammered down. Now, here's this turn we talked about. Kenny's got a tight one. He's got to straighten it out. There's about a half a length in the blue truck. The Stomper comes back across. Bigfoot is in the win. The Stomper truck is going to... I thought he took out the... and truly attacks the cars. Look at that. Yeah. Rip, roaring, and riding. I mean, like a rocket.
Fred has decided to go for it. Steering problems, hydraulic fluid problems, or not. And there they go. They are getting air, up in the air. That's Barefoot, and Bigfoot almost goes over. Bigfoot almost rolls, and Margo, that'd be a 9 on the Richter scale. And here we go. It's a victory run by Bigfoot. He is strutting his stuff and comes up and again goes over the cars and gets complete air. All four wheels off the ground, off the cars. And he is bouncing down to victory.
It's kind of like going off the diving board in a backward position. You can't really see. Look at Look at that. What a job. Gary Bauer just putting it right up on its nose. Here he goes. Got a lot of ground speed. Whoa.
Oh, man. Here at Fire and Dragway from right up Illinois Route 47 in Woodstock, Illinois. This is Rob Fuchs's Ford called First Blood. Another relative newcomer, but you can hear the fans already cheering for the 28-year-old professional monster truck driver as he is on a ride. No question about it. Look at that tremendous airborne jump. The crowd loves it as Rob Fuchs wants more than anything to beat the big names here in his hometown. Whoa, spinning the machine out on that turn. That is going to cost Rob some time. But he gets back in the throttle immediately to try and make up the distance. Good landing, bouncing around a little bit. He nails the throttle again in the 466 cubic inch Ford truck. Look at the speed coming up on these cars. Good hit, airborne. airborne. The crowd loves it. He lands and stops the clock at 46.02 seconds. A big toe Ford tow truck will be taking on this man, your low qualifier, Rob Fuchs, in Illinois' own First Blood. You can see the bent front end for the local Illinois racer after he hit the wall in that qualifying run. The green light comes on, however, and Pokorski immediately falls back by a few feet, now starts to come back around as Fuchs in the First Blood machine rides the berm of the mud pit. Now, Fuchs in the First Blood entry starts to drive away. He moves up for the last hit, getting airborne. Look at Pokorski. Unbelievable landing in the incredible big toe Ford. Look at this hit, and then watch the front end sheet metal as the wheels come up and literally tear the front end off that 20,000-pound truck. Ford, and here's your winner, Rob Fuchs, taking on this second challenge in front of his hometown fans. They are side by side in an unscheduled grudge match. The Outlaw runs into some problems. Fuchs is driving away again. The Outlaw starts to reel him in at the last set of cars. Fuchs, an incredible airborne jump sideways, and even the Outlaw gets crazy. But the crowd goes berserk.
A lot of strain on the drivetrain, but it is supercharged. He's the starting line, unbelievably hard hit. And Dabney makes the turn. Both wheels almost lock. Now tries to straighten it out and almost hits the cars.
Can he make it? Yes! He's gone over!
A great run. 388 cubic inch Chevrolet mounted in the bed of this Nissan cab. Leaving the starting line, another high-speed hit. And Dabney lands solidly with a lot of smoke coming out from behind the driver. You can see on the right bank of cylinders some problems. Unbelievable launch! Absolutely incredible. He's going to have to literally floor this truck around the arena floor. He hits the first set of cars. Nice landing, beautifully smooth, bouncing around a little bit on the landing. Now making the turn as tight as he can, lining it up. And the second hit, airborne, unbelievable, on the nose and bouncing across the finish line. He will shift it at about the 7th marker on this 86 track. 1,500 horsepower of Chevrolet. Safety net. Absolutely incredible ride for Tom Mintz. You can see Jim Harris, the event director, right there, as well as the paramedics and the safety crew. Mintz has motioned to him that he is okay. He says just roll this thing back over.
He had his thumb up and out of the car.
He's absolutely incredible run.
He sure gave the crowd a scare, but the minute he got up, he got quite an ovation.
This is going to be wild.
Well, we'll see if experience pays off in this case, because there goes Bigfoot.
A hard landing between the third and fourth car on that run, and that may have slowed him down. He makes the turnaround beautifully, getting going in again. A lot of smoke from underneath the engine, but still an absolutely astounding run.
Beer-sponsored funny car for a couple of years in the pulling circuits in the U.S. Auto Association. It's a heck of a team. A lot of experience. Another incredible wheel stand. Sam Patrick is going for hype, and he is still on a roll, not hesitating for a moment.
He sure learned from experience on that last time. He went up and over with the greatest of ease.
A little sideways on the approach on that one, but he lands it and crosses the finish line. A little smoke from out underneath the wheel wells. And Freddie Chevrolet launches harder than any tank before the Bigfoot Ford came out. Take a look. First set of cars literally right through the car. Over them. Now making the turn as tight as he can, almost into the mud pit. And unfortunately, that cost him to go wide. Now look at the steering ability of that tank as he heads it sideways and then straightens it out to cross the finish. $110,000. Unbelievable, almost clearing all four cars. Chandler behind the wheel of the incredible fast track springs it around. And again clears 3 of the 4 cars. Absolutely incredible.
He didn't seem to run into the same problems that Barefoot had earlier. Fans are definitely in 2 camps here. Some really think the monster truck can take it. Others have all their confidence placed in the Bigfoot fast track.
Here's the green flag for Rob Fuchs. A nice launch. Now, as far as monster truck racing is concerned, you don't want to get too airborne over those cars. The higher you get in the air, the slower your run's going to be. But Rob had to hesitate there. Coming out of the second third. Huge jump! Carrying almost all 4 cars, bouncing around. A great job. The crowd loved that one.
This guy, he chooses to make the camera moving like an alien.
Unbelievable! Airborne launch, and Dabney once again is out to beat everybody. Swinging it wide, but now lining it up straight for the second set of cars. Incredible airborne launch, just about clearing every car down there.
Has not been over the cars, but everyone knows what a pro Jim Kramer is. Here we go. This is going to be the race of the night, no doubt. Kramer is way out. It is so close. I believe I'm going to have to give a little lead to right now to Bigfoot. Bigfoot has got a lead. He's in trouble. He's got motor problems. There's something going away on Bigfoot. It can be in the transmission. It may be in the motor, but he's not showing any. He's out of it completely. Let's see who's it going to be. Jim Reese has crashed the truck. Jim Reese crashed the truck when he made the jump. He hit the side and crashed the front end of the truck down. Trailer. So they've had it done about just a short mile. Watch him run. Ernie Bricker is really hanging out. Look out. Ernie Bricker is really, he cleared along. But now back over to California goes. It's the first time ever. Look at Ernie Bricker over on the far side, the tanker guy. Ernie Bricker is flying. He says 4 cars is not enough for him. He'll miss them all. He'll jump them all. Let's see what he does. He's headed out for them. Oh, my goodness. Look at that, Ken. Did you see that?
Great driving by Ernie Brooker.
And what did he do when he landed on his nose? He nailed the throttle and went on with it. They were World War II. These are Korean, so these are later models. Here we go. Watch out. Who's it going to be? You can't see out of the front of Ernie's. You cannot see out of the front of Ernie's. He's all over it. He's up in the air. He cannot see where he's going. The windshield is frosted over. He's made the turn. He's got to go up and over. Who's it going to be? Chandler's in the lead. Chandler has got a little bit of a lead right now. But they make the turn, and the turn is going to be tight. It's not over with. Chandler's in trouble. Ernie Brucken makes a quick turn. It's going to be Brucken. Brucken's in the tank attack. He does it. Ernie Brucken takes the win with the tank attack.
Oh, man.
And Mike, as you said, as this race began...
Of monsters. Remember, we still have the tanks to determine their journey.
There they go.
On the green flag, they move up. Kramer, unbelievable landing scene. Big for Jeff Bader. These guys are going for blood. A lot of smoke coming out of Bigfoot. Jim Kramer may have problems as he hits the second set of cars. The truck almost enveloped in a fog bank. Now, Bader in the hot stuff Jeep tries to dig around to the last set of cars before Kramer. Kramer can't steer. Bigfoot and Jeff Bader drops a tire on the ground for a second, but he lands on the cars. We have just seen one of the biggest upsets imaginable as Jim Kramer jumps out of Bigfoot.
2 different conditions on the field. Let's see how it goes.
Bob Chandler signals that he's ready, and the green flag comes up. They move to the first set of crush cars. The winner takes the overall championship. Bader almost goes over the hot stuff Jeep. He gets back in the throttle. Incredibly enough, he's going to make a race of it. Bob Chandler clears the second set of crush cars as Bader keeps driving after that incredible landing. Another wild ride for the hot stuff, but Bob Chandler brings it around the turn to land on the final set of cars and take the victory. Jeff Bader hits his final set of cars. But what a driving job for the youngster from Washington. Look at that kid.
Oh, it really knocked him around. I thought that thing was going to tip.
Another veteran monster truck campaigner with the brand new Chi-Town Hustler. Airborne for both machines. Dabney sideways, but still with the advantage. The Chi-Town Hustler machine almost sideways, and that one was too close to call. With supercharged forward power. And Shelley, they leave the starting line with a big all-shot advantage going to Kenny Killing. Geo Wilson trying to make up the difference, but he's not going to do it. And a wild ride for Kenny Killing as Bigfoot almost goes over. RPM's up. And they leave the starting line, and the whole shot goes to Bryant. The Pony Express Mustang almost on 2 wheels into the mud pit. Sideways. Unbelievable finish. Too close to call at this point. Absolutely unbelievable effort. Supercharged Ford power plant in the rear. And here is the four-wheel king, Bigfoot. But problems for the tank. And Bigfoot and Kenny Killing take it going away. Whoa, Bigfoot just about going over on 2 wheels. absolutely incredibly hard landing for Kenny Killing in the victory. But
turn around and hit one of them backwards. He's hit.
Oh, man!
He is just rocked.
That is a
72 Chevy, 580 cubic engine. Alabama was exactly right. I would spring right the first. It's the AM/PM. Watch out, Robert! Come on. Whoa, a wee looking tall. Makes it. Watch out, Robert. You're in trouble. He got it a little sideways and spun it. When he did, he got up on the dirt, and that's always exciting. It's Chris Roberts' trigger. He is leaning on it. Oh. Back on the throttle across the finish line. We'll get a time, Ken. Planetaries on all four corners. Jim Reese, Max creating the truck. Let's see what Gary does. Look out. This guy is a pro. This is a new truck for him this year, and he has really put the truck through the paces. He is unbelievable at the control that he has on this truck. The cars went away.
he's a wizard. He's a sorcerer.
And 80 million people are going to watch.
Here we go. Parker with the lead is close. Come on. Mike Otters with a supercharged Ford and a beautiful, beautiful black Ford truck. He's the first man after the cars. Goodbye. Look out. Oh, man. He just ripped, roaring, and right. Look at this, Ken. Lines up, looking over his shoulder, and we are going up.
Oh, man.
Oh, about a story and a half, I'd say. Bigfoot. One thing about it, they use Bigfoot. Look at that.
All four wheels off the ground. You said it. Jim Kramer's not babying that truck.
Here comes. Kramer will play the crowd for everything he's worth. Look.
Oh, man.
Jump, and he's going to the right-hand side of the cars.
I think he's done it.
He has ripped the door off of it. He blew the doors off of it.
Schaefer has blown the doors off, but I think he has done it. And just looking from where they're going to measure, he has.
He will really romp and stomp.
Oh, he cleared it. He cleared it.
He went all the way over. Oh, it'd be a little rough.
Oh,
Again.
man.
And Ken, he's not getting much of a run at it.
The monster truck segment of this particular event, and this is Jake Heinke, the Aces High Chevy El Camino. This is an elapsed time competition in Heinke's 16,000-pound supercharged small block Chevy-powered El Camino takes a hard landing after the first machine to hit the cars definitely gets airborne. Now he lines up on the turn and hits the second set of machines. Again, huge wheel stand into the air. He lands and crosses that orange pylon that you see that marks the finish line.
That's the way that suspension's set up. Shock angle's a little different than on a lot of trucks.
Oh, man. Oh.
And I do mean fly the cars.
Waving to the crowd.
Lines it up. Here he goes. Uh-oh.
Oh.
My heaven. He has to get the Altitude of the Year award for that one. And he does. Just dances across the top. I think we're going to see that before this evening's over with. Here he comes.
Oh, my goodness.
We've just seen it if he can shut it down.
Oh, man. Well, in aerodynamics, they would say, let's see if he has the lift.
Well, he's getting a big run at it.
Oh.
And he did it. He did it, and he ripped parts everywhere. Dan Dubes, that has got to be one of the most exciting jumps I've ever seen. I don't want to pick a winner on this one.
Now, both these guys are newcomers to the USHRA Association Trail, but it'll be interesting to see who wins this battle of the rookies. They nail the throttle dead even as they hit the cars, and it looks like the wheel comes off of the plan for Keith Chevrolet. Unbelievable. Burgee manages to keep that thing right side up. It slams into the front of the fire truck. And listen to the crowd at the Silverdome. They cannot believe their eyes.
Fred, I'd like to see another angle to see exactly just what happened there.
I The beautiful machine in the near lane definitely has a horsepower advantage as well. In fact, it shows up immediately when the flag drops sideways on an incredible launch. And what a ride for Mark Ward as he takes the win here in the first round. And Shelley's right. The winner of this one gets a final round berth. Waiting patiently on the starting line for the flagman there. A good side-by-side start. Bendler pulls out about a half-truck lead by the hit. Sideways again as Bendler is all over the track, but takes a clean win on that one. Chevy-powered home-built Pennsylvania El Camino called Ace's Eye takes on the Airmaster Dave Marquardt and Excalibur. Huge lead for Excalibur. Tremendous jump. Great bounce. A lot of pieces coming out from underneath those, Shelley, and that may spell problems for the winner.
I don't think he can spare those spare parts that are laying there on the track.
And Dan Patrick out of Kingston, Ohio on the far side. It's a tough track. It's a short blast over some cars. Look out. We're on the way. Landing's going to be tough. Dan Patrick wheeling down the track. Now the tight turn. Jeff has got an advantage with the little Jeep, but Patrick's on the throttle. Who will it be? Patrick in trouble as he goes sideways. Look out. Jeff Maynard in trouble as he goes. Oh, he drove it out of it. Look at that. There is driving technique. All he has to do is take his time and cross the line, and he's a winner. Well, Debbie's a great driver. Fred Schaefer has to be at an advantage with this all-race truck. Watch Fred Schaefer. This is tough. Look at Debbie. She's got the lead. She's got a big lead over Barefoot right now. Could this be? She is in a truck that has done it here before. Fred Schaefer has got to really get after it. Debbie lost a lot of time on the turn. Here's Schaefer. Hard jump. Schaefer over the cars, but it's not over. Debbie's still on the throttle. Schaefer's got to make a turn. It's going to be right down to the finish line. Who's it going to be? It's Fred Schaefer. The all-fiberglass race truck, although never, ever count out high-voltage Jeep. Watch Fred, easy with it. And Jeff Maynard jumps 5 cars that aren't there. It's close. It's just neck and neck. They are absolutely side by side. Who will it be? Jeff Maynard is over the cars. He is in a little bit of a lead. Maynard's in the lead. Schaefer's in trouble. Schaefer's all over. He's back on the throttle. Maynard is going to do it. He's going to do it for the second year in a row. This man has pulled another upset. He's pulled an upset. High voltage Jeep has just pulled the upset of the year. Go for a win again, and she could. She's good. You know, she's real good.
But she's got to start from the other lane. So another difference there. She'll be making a left circuit instead of to the right. And Bigfoot immediately takes a big lead.
Jim Kramer in a big lead. Debbie had a little problems coming over Kramer's. Kramer's leaking something out of that truck. Uh-oh. My heavens, and he is really hammering it hard. Debbie has lost her helmet on the other side. Her helmet's gone. Kramer comes back to a win. This thing is unbelievable. There was just action everywhere in that last. All the talking's over with. It's race time.
We're underway as they head for the first pair of cars.
They're both over them easy. They're both over them easy. Bigfoot says not tonight. Now, here's the important part. Is he going to make the turn? Maynard is eating him up on a turn, but now Kramer is up on it and running over. It's drifting to the left. It's going to be tough. Kramer is going to handle this one. We're not going to let this one slip away. Jeff coming on right at the end. Right at the end. It's close. It's close. I'm going to have to say it's Bigfoot. It was close. Does that little Jeep get it and get it in a hurry?
With monster tank eliminations, it'll be Stormtrooper and Ricky Rodman against Track Attack Ernie Brooken.
Look at Ernie Brooken. My, I've never seen a tank get that high. The Stormtrooper on the far side. Rick done a good job, Ernie, with the tank attack. Look out. He just sings over him. Can you believe that, Marty? Look at...
And you talk about turning radius. Look at the way Track Attack... Oh,
Brooken just spun it. Brooken just made a 180 and
stalled it.
He stalled it out. The Stormtrooper's in trouble on the far side, but he's going to... Ernie Brooken may try to back across. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Brooken needs to get on the throttle in a hurry. Who's it going to be? It's at the finish line. We're going to have to wait for somebody to fill us in on that one.
I think Track Attack got it right at the finish line.
If he did, it was by mere inches. Bob Chandler, the old master, the gentleman that started driving this thing, has taken over the controls tonight. Watch out for this one. Uh-oh, that train is on a track to win. It's side by side.
Into the turn. Looks like Chandler gets the best of it.
He does, but Alan Gaines spins one. Chandler flying over the cars, and Chandler, if he doesn't spin, and it's slick down there, nail the throttle.
Whoa.
He doesn't. He's in trouble. Gaines is in trouble. Now, who's it going to be? Who will be straightened out the quickest? Who can it be? Who can it be? Gaines says, I'm going to go to the house. I don't think I can handle this. Chandler goes across for a win.
I don't think Gaines knew that he could still have a chance to win.
I don't either. I don't think he saw the spin. Oh, this is going to be good. You know, and Marty, you're going to see them run them just as hard as they'll go. I mean, if they blow them up, that's fine. Bob says, I got people in the ticket.
Running away.
Kramer in the lead. Bob coming back. Bob. Oh, now, look at this. Kramer, can you do it? Can you do it?
Chandler's got the advantage in turning radius.
Uh-oh, the jump time. Uh-oh. Now, my heavens, we've got them everywhere. It's showdown time. They're just absolutely side by side. Bigfoot. I believe it is. It's a rubber-tired Bigfoot. Jack Willman built that one. The shocks on the truck were his own design. They came up with it themselves. Bigfoot out of the hole. Good shot on him. Bigfoot with a big lead. Now, can Andy Bass bring it out? Andy's in trouble. He's in trouble. Over he goes. Bigfoot has just turned over on the side. Torres takes the win. Andy Bass, the truck got upside down. It got to leaning bad and rolled over on its side. The truck went over. It's on Andy's side of the truck. Let's see. We've got a shot of it. If we can get, Andy is moving around. He's still strapped in the truck upside down. Shuts down. The weight comes back around. Watch him in the turn. It's a tight turn, but you're going to see the left front tire begin to pick up. He does the right thing. He nails the throttle trying to get it to come down. Rolls over to its side and then skids across the track. Well, Torres goes on. Jack Willman goes on to take a win with that race. But Andy ends up on his side, and Bigfoot now is the full metal jacket. This is the twin-blown, alcohol-burning Chevrolet. Look at this little truck. I mean, hook and hook hard. Good tight turn is mandatory in this. Whoa. Look at this. They're amazingly close. It's in the lead. The Dodge is in the lead as they spin the other tank out. They spun out full metal jacket. And that was all that was needed for Ramtrax. But Kent, he was in the lead before they spun the vehicle.
It looks like, and we'll see it on the replay. This will go. This is an upset. I did not figure that truck to be that tank to be there.
No one had that plan. But can he do this? I mean, if he does this, he has no doubt. Whoa, look out! Look out! He's trying! He's trying! But no, not tonight.
Dan Duke wins it. And Bigfoot Fast Tracks.
You have got to give a gold star to Ramtrax. This is qualifying, but they're only going to qualify 8 out of the 10. Brett Schaefer on this side, Jim Kramer on the other side. Schaefer out of the hole, and what a shot. And it's going to be tough. They're going to have to move some trucks. Watch out, they're together.
Oh, man.
They've bumped. Bigfoot and Barefoot have bumped into turns, and this is in qualifying only. Now, their problem is there's a little bit of dust on it. There's dust on the track, and Bigfoot went into the slide. They were both sliding, and they came together. And that is the key to it. Bigfoot's going to make a bye. Let's see how he does. He's in the turn hard, nails the throttle, picking the left front tire up, and he spins out. Turns it back around. Uh-oh, he's in a little trouble. Trying to drive out of it, he does. Beautiful job of driving by Jim Kramer, but he was in trouble when he made the turn. No way, you've got to just go for it, and they're off. Fred Schaefer, a little bit of a lead, but watch the turn. That's the important part of it. Schaefer cutting it tight. Kramer's got it tight. Can they keep them apart? So close. It's down to the finish line area. Let's watch the jump. It's going to be Bigfoot, I believe. Schaefer's in trouble. He pulls it out. What a driving style by Fred Schaefer. Short wheelbase truck. That could be a big advantage on this tight turn down at the end. Heartbeat out in the lead. He's caught him sleeping on the line. Can he keep it up? Uh-oh, he's in trouble. It's skating on the back. Skating on the back, but he's all right. He works it out. He's got it.
Oh, man!
He's got it. Heartbeat wipes out one of them.
Oh.
On the other side, watching.
the flagman. On go. Who will it be? The Ford has got a little bit of a lead. He's got the throttle hard. Can he bring it around? Can he bring it around? What's going to happen?
Oh, watch it.
The Rocket is in a little bit of a lead. Jim Kramer makes it all up. But the left front took the beating on that. The left front tire must have moved 6 to 8 inches when he landed. I think he's wiped the left front out on it. I think the left front is wiped completely out on Bigfoot, and there goes the tire down.
That distinction went to Bigfoot. Bigfoot cannot answer the bell, so it's the Rocket.
And it's Blood out of the hole with a good hole shot. Rob Hughes wants this one. Jim Reese has got other ideas. My heavens, Reese just could not bring it around. Reese had that one in the bag, but it's Rob Hughes winning it with First Blood. Reese will come back kind of anticlimactic at the finish.
Love Bigfoot, and a lot of them come out just to see Bigfoot compete live.
Couldn't ask for more. Look at this packed house watching a Ford versus Chevrolet battle between two of the biggest names in the business. Bigfoot and Alan Peso leave together. Andy Brass takes the most famous truck in the history of motorsports around the first turn. Here they come to the airborne finish line. Bigfoot by a full truck length, but look at Peso. Unbelievable sideways bounce and a landing that puts him in the mud pit. Unbelievable effort put forth by that 22-year-old Michigan driver. Here it is in slow motion. We'll get a chance to see. Now, this is a wild, wild ride. He hits the cars at an angle. That's what put him sideways. Look at this thing in the air. Unbelievable landing on the left front tire. And that did indeed break the steering pump. There you see the smoke coming out, as indeed I believe the exhaust headers were being sprayed with power steering fluid. But what a ride. Finally ending up in the mud. Look at him in the cockpit just being thrown all over the place, even though he is strapped in tight with a 5-point harness system. But wait a minute, Katz is doing a reverse wheel stand over the cars and has it sideways and on its side. Unbelievable. Katz goes out for some showmanship and ends up putting the Virginia Beach Beast on its side. The safety crews and track officials already at the vehicle. In fact, you can even see Debbie Roden and Jeff Bader heading out there to make sure Katz is okay. But some trick camera work shows us that inside the vehicle, Mike Katz is A-OK. The crowd gives him a standing ovation, and rightfully so. After a little bit of showmanship, Mike Katz definitely went for the ride of his life on this final run, but a little bit wilder than I think even he had originally planned. A beautiful piece of equipment. A supercharged, carbureted small block Chevrolet in this 1972 Chevy El Camino. The machine in hard throttle stance, as you can see, actually bending the sidewalls of those tires. Now comes around for the hit. Good run for Jake. Airborne and landing on the concrete. The crowd goes nuts. That is the farthest jump we've seen, Shelley.
That's to be really exciting. He gets a little crazy.
He debuted this car at a particular event of the U.S. Auto Association Tour in 1989 in Oklahoma City. As a matter of fact, in that debut, it won. Look at this thing leave the starting line, actually carrying the wheels. Tremendous air for Boehner, and what a landing, as the crowd loves every minute of that one. Very many national event wins, to be honest. In the meantime, the Bigfoot team is ready for blood on this one. Checking each driver, they're ready. They leave the line. Bigfoot with an early lead. Look at Boehner. Unbelievable. Look at this driving job. Absolutely incredible. Stopping within inches of the wall. The crowd can't believe it, and rightfully so. Gold Bandit in the far lane moves it up. The Tars entry out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, ready for the drop of the flag. Sarton gets the advantage and starts driving away from there. Landing almost on the landing ramp itself. One of the toughest new trucks of the 1990 season leaves the line.
Tars had some problems a little earlier in qualifying. He lost the front end.
I'll tell you, he's giving Andy Brass a run for his money. The new lightweight Ford trying to beat 13.14 seconds. That'd give him the #1 spot.
Oh, and look at Jack Woolman!
Unbelievable!
Sure will. All right, here comes the AMPM Rocket now with Dale Boucher.
Tell you, this kid is young and he is good. Look at the air. He gets wild landing.
He hangs on to it, keeps it under control, heads down for the next set of cars, comes around that curve, up, and over.
And another wild landing. That guy is not afraid to AMPM Rocket.
All right, here we go. Green flag goes up. They're on their way.
Pretty even start. And this kid is something else.
Larry Tour doing his best to keep up with him, but he has problems coming down off the cars. That's going to hurt him a bunch, Gary. Oh, he's got his hands full. Here comes the rocket. Not even close. Boucher backs out of the throttle to save the equipment. Actually, Tour was making a pretty good run of it there at the last few feet. TM Bar. She was pretty impressive, but the Bigfoot team ended up qualifying number 3 in this field. Whoa! Unbelievable airline froth machines. Nobody's like putting in here. Meredith is not afraid of this hot rod. Look at this, look at this. Tell you what, she made a heck of a race of it. Andy Brass gets there first, but Meredith Dalton wasn't too far behind. Pontoon, Illinois, in barefoot. A lot of people say Freddie Schaefer builds the toughest motors in the sport. Look at the jump. Unbelievable air. Alan Pezo doing everything he can, but he's not going to be able to make this up. Oh, hang on, here we go. I'll tell you what, Pezo with the engine problems again actually made a battle out of that. But Freddie Schaefer may be close to beating the 12.59-second run we just saw by Bigfoot. All right, Dale Boucher, TM Rocket, here we go! It looked like we had some problems in the other lane. Unbelievable landing in the meantime for Boucher. Now Helms has the crusher going, and this one's a free ride. All right, Boucher coming on, and he's going to ease it over for the win. That's the second time now that Dale Boucher has been able to get out of the throttle. His starting line reactions are unbelievable. Here's going to the semifinal round. Here we go. Fred Schaefer up, and over. Look at Bigfoot, the same stance. Now it's a battle over the finish line. This is going to be close. Bigfoot takes it. Freddie Schaefer has problems around the Lasker. Listen to the crowd.
Predator Alan Pezo. Side-by-side racing. Here we go.
What a battle. Alan Pezo had that one, Jerry.
It's going to be a good one.
Laser sideways, actually in front of his opponent.
Look out! I don't know who won that one.
Will face Bigfoot. Couldn't even start. Fred Schaefer gets a great jump. Brings it down, tries to stop it. Oh, I thought he was going to...
Wow! Another incredible come from behind win.
Getting ready to go.
Wow! Big Red! He almost went over.
I'll tell you what, that thing was in the air.
This ought to be a good one. Let's watch him now.
And the win goes to High Voltage.
I don't know how.
Bigfoot. Barefoot takes the win, and a fire in Thumper.
Well, it goes out quickly enough. Apparently just a little bit of oil on the exhaust headers of that big block supercharged Ford. You can see Dwayne Datchett out of the truck already. He wants to see what the problem was. In fact,
feel the power. It's Barefoot.
as hard as you can and literally fly over the finish line.
Warren Davis. Whoa! Almost goes into the mud pit on this one. Whoa, look out! Oh, that was close, Brett. Chuck Polkins, Excalibur, look out, look out! Oh,
incredible driving. He gets the whole shot again, but this time he came up with a lot more power than people thought he had, Jerry. Look at this, backing onto the cars. I know Chuck Hawkins, and he'll get out of that thing and give the crowd a victory salute, and you'll be able to hear their appreciation. Racing against the clock for position in this qualifying round, the lightweight Chevy from Illinois.
Whoa! Not the typical Jack Willman run.
That is a huge, huge shock.
And Fred Schaefer really grabbing a lot of air. Whoa! Much better until he hit the cars and then he went sideways.
That was the first serious aggressive attempt we've seen outside of Freddie.
He's ready to go. Up, up. Still not one of the best ones. Torres takes the win.
An upset if there ever was one.
Barefoot takes it easily. Up high and comes down hard.
We talk about aggressive. Rob Fuchs obviously has something to prove here tonight.
Wow!
A come from behind win, and that's something you never see on a short course, Jerry. That is.
You watch real close, especially when they get toward the finish line.
Wow! Did you see the way Jim Reese, he was way up there.
I'll tell you what, it looked like the Ecology Eliminator may have scored one of the biggest possible upsets.
Over Ray Perkowski. Whoa! Definitely not a Jack Willman.
Boy, you got that right, and he is dejected. Boy, you can see the look on his face in the cockpit. Very seldom do we see Willman have problems.
Wow! Holy cow!
You couldn't ask for a wilder landing than that. Jack Willman keeps it upright and takes the win.
Ready to go. Let's watch him now. This truck really launches. Look at this. Fred Schaefer just flipping that last car.
Yeah, that was a rough landing. He's getting thrown around in there. Now full throttle again over the second set on the back straight. He's getting a little more conservative now. Whoa!
Whoa!
I thought he was.
One more time. Up, up, and over. He clears them all.
That's incredible. With only about 50 feet, but he's had 5 runners up.
A real heavy machine. Okay, Reese heading for that first turn. Whoa!
Oh, I thought he was going to go over. Well, he drives into the mud pit wall, and that's going to slow him down, obviously. He'll have to back up, realign himself with the cars, and that's going to put him way back in the pack. I'll tell you, it looked like Perkowski lost his bearings coming off the first set of cars. Didn't even know where that turn was.
He sure did.
Yeah, now he realizes that, of course, he's pretty much thrown any chance of qualifying in the top half right out the window, so he'll just idle it around and save the equipment for the first round of competition. As a kill switch, he can shut the truck off anytime he wants.
Okay, right now it's an even race. Let's watch it now at the halfway mark. Looks like Bigfoot might have gone a little wide. So did Perkowski.
And Perkowski has problems. Yeah, you can see it looked like the rear wheels actually broke. And Perkowski is up against the berm, the same place he ran into problems in qualifying. And now under rules on this new course, John Pyant must wait for the lane to be cleared to complete his lap. You can see event director Tina Kelly holding him up, saying, all right, we have a block lane. You must hold until we determine the problem. Now watch the rear wheels. I swear I saw that the rear wheels actually were aimed at each other. He goes out of view, but when he comes back in, I'm almost inclined to believe he broke the rear end assembly. Well, they're still okay there. There they go. Yeah, aimed in towards each other in a V. He broke the entire rear end of that truck.
All right, here we go for $50,000. Good even run.
They are. They're dead even going into that first turn. Schaefer goes wide, but so does Torres. Schaefer sideways loses a lot of ground, but Willman comes down hard. And they're even again at the last turn. Here they come.
Schaefer goes wide. I think he's into the wall. Torres wins. Torres wins. It's the Eliminator with Jim Reese from Buena Park, California, going against the AMPM rocket, Dale Boucher. A good even start between the two trucks coming around the first turn.
Remember, the Eliminator was your #1 qualifier, so he's got the power, but it looks like Boucher has the advantage, Jerry.
It's close. It's going to be close at the finish line. He goes wide. Whoa!
It looks like he spun out. Here comes Reese going into his last turn. There's the rocket up into the mud pit. And again, we've got a situation where the event director, Tina Kelly, will hold up the Eliminator.
You can see the concentration on Jack Willman's face.
Hey, this is going to be just as much a war as any first-round battle we saw. They leave the line. Look at that. Probably the two best launches we've seen throughout the event. They go into the first turn. A lot of tire spin for Payant. He gets sideways.
Still even. Look at this. Dead heat.
Boy, they're dead even. Willman getting real aggressive. Going way wide, though. Trying to straighten it out. Look out, look out! I don't believe my eyes.
Jeff Morgan in the center of the track. It looks like he might have gotten clipped.
I am almost positive that our starter, he's on his feet. He's obviously okay in the center of the mud pit, but you can see the crew's going out to see if he's all right. It certainly looked like he was actually run over by the Taurus Chevy of Jack Willman. That's the scariest situation I've ever seen in this sport.
Unbelievable. Let's take a look at the replay now.
It almost looked like Taurus may have hit Bigfoot as well at the end of that course. The Christmas tree is totally destroyed. There you see Morton telling him to keep racing, telling him to get the track clear and bring out the next pair. That guy's got guts.
The bulb's all missing out of the tree. Here comes Taurus now.
All right, you see that rough landing. That may have caused Willman to lose his bearings completely. That was rough enough to almost knock him out. He is under power. You can see him spinning the tires as he goes around the turn. Then the rear end comes around as the machine is definitely losing traction, but he gets right back in the throttle, and it just doesn't respond to the steering. He's got the wheels cranked, Jerry. Now watch. Look at Morton running out of the way.
There's the bulbs flying out of the tree, and it looks like the tree itself, the metal part of the tree, hit Jeff Morgan in the back.
Let's look at it again. I can't tell if it's the rear tire of Taurus or the Christmas tree pole, as you said, that hits him in the back. I'm almost, boy, oh, that is just incredible. I'm almost inclined to believe that both of them hit him, Jerry. And then he comes over, Willman comes over, and it looks like tags Bigfoot.
Right here in front of the home folks today. Into the turn. Let's see how Huffaker handles that turn. Good shape for Pablo Huffaker. Oh, he really hit the hill hard. Not a bad run at all, but that certainly cost him some time. Now as he has to look across the Astrodome and see that he's racing Andy Brass and Bigfoot. Foot's got a big lead early. El Brass missed the turn. Bigfoot missed the turn. And Master of Disaster, who is not having a good run, will move into the semifinal if he can keep it from going on its roof. A long-time monster truck veteran. These are two guys who have been through the wars. Let's see who's got what it takes in the dome. Master seems to have the edge into the turn. However, Barefoot's making a much better turn. Master swung very wide. Now the advantage belongs to Barefoot. And Fred Schaefer, oh, Master Disaster, almost flipped it on its side. It's showtime. Taurus with a slight edge to the turn, but Barefoot has made some great turns today. However, not this time. He missed the turn. Barefoot missed the turn, and Taurus can coast home. Taurus looks like he's lost power. Taurus lost power. What an incredible final. Taurus will win it, despite the fact that he stalled on the cars.
Wait, Taurus is one of the newer trucks, one of the state-of-the-art trucks. Here's one of the old guard, the original Mad Dog. The Breen boys out of Jefferson City, Missouri, John Breen and the Mad Dog Chevrolet, one of the first Chevy monster trucks ever. Look at him dance around that turn. Hold on, John. Again, the Mad Dog had a lot of trouble with the turn. Let's see if he can get her straightened out and finish the run. Boy, the Mad Dog Chevrolet, and I'll tell you, this is really a testament
to where the new trucks are, in opposed to an older truck like Mad Dog. This truck was built a lot more for straight line racing than trying to make turns, and indeed, that turn cost Mad Dog. Earlier, this is one of the heavier trucks. Micro Machine, one of the newer trucks on the circuit. Kurt Fisher out of Missouri. The big advantage of the turn is the Micro Machine, but now Evil Force is making up ground. And Micro Machine in a little trouble, had to get on the binders. Evil Force has the lead coming to the cars. He's got the win, and he also takes out the finish line. Wow, it is truly one of the most exciting matchups in monster truck racing. And here it is for all the marbles. Even going into the turn. They're still even. It's going to be decided on the final set of cars. Oh, my, I can't tell who won it. Bigfoot's in trouble. Into the wall. The Bigfoot Ford has smashed into the wall of the Pontiac Silverdome. But did he do it in victory or in defeat? We still have not determined. Look at this isolated replay on the Bigfoot Ford. Brass got in trouble as the back end flipped way up, and then when it came down, it sent him flying. He almost went end over end. Does a great job to save the truck, but bang into the wall of the Pontiac Silverdome. In the other lane, Jackie Willman in the Taurus GMC came off the hill way too high, and it cost him a little bit of time. Then he tried to hammer it out the other end. He, too, almost got in trouble. Did you see the nose of the truck almost kiss the concrete? Incredible.
And what's it going to take to get that Bigfoot card? I want the Bigfoot card.
You can't have the Bigfoot card. It's my Bigfoot card.
Tell you what, I'll give you Bigfoot Fast Tracks, Master of Disaster, and Heartbeat.
Nope. It's my Bigfoot card. I want to hold on to the Bigfoot card.
Come on, Ken. I'll give you 3 for 1.
You got Goliath?
Yeah, I got Goliath. You want Goliath for that one?
You got Outlaw 35?
I got Outlaw 35 in here, but I don't want that. I want that Bigfoot.
You got Carolina Crusher?
No.
You don't have Carolina Crusher?
I don't have the Carolina Crusher.
Would you like the Carolina Crusher?
Yeah, but what am I going to have to give you for it?
Bigfoot Fast Tracks.
All right, I'll do that.
We have the Bigfoot Fast Tracks.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Now, what do you want from me?
I want the Bigfoot truck.
Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Okay, you can have Bigfoot.
Okay, what do I have to...
$100.
No way! I just got these cards.
Well, I just got my cards, too, but I got Bigfoot and you didn't. Do you know why?
Why?
I know Bob Chandler.
Well, you must know him better than I do. Bigfoot trading cards, and I don't have Bigfoot.
What we're talking about here are the official trading cards of the Monster Truck Racing Association. It's an association out of St. Louis, and they now have trading cards out for virtually every monster truck. And there's got to be, what, about 200 of these things?
No, at least.
They have Bigfoot, and they have Goliath, and they have the Mopar Magic and the Black Stallion. I mean, all the big monster trucks that you see when you go to the truck pulls all around the country, well, now they're out in trading cards, and I guess, Mike, they'll be on sale at a number of these events.
Well, evidently. Now, back to that Bigfoot card.
You can't have it. There is absolutely no way I will give you the Bigfoot card.
No.
Oh, all right. Okay. There.
Thanks. I'm happy.
No, you're dopey. I'm happy.